Mhm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. And I am very glad to welcome back Dorota, who joined us a little ways back. And we talked to Dorota about her collecting and her challenges, and sometimes in Austria, where she's at. Dorota also told us she's originally from Poland, but has lived in Austria since, I believe, a young child. Isn't that correct?
Yes, about 4 or 5.
Oh,
Exactly.
quite young. Okay. So Dorota, you've been collecting for about how many years then?
Well, I would say now actively in the past 4 years and on and off since the 90s, basically. Since yeah.
Okay. So today what we're going to do, and this was some of you had requested this and we had talked about it as well, but Dorota's going to show us more of her collection, kind of a bit of a tour. And we are glad to see more because last time we saw some samples of a few things, but this is our time to see even more of what Dorota collects. So Dorota, what would you like to start with?
Well, maybe I will start off with an arrival of today.
Okay.
Um, I think it's the end of 80s. I have to check the box myself if it's 89 or 91, something like that.
Mhm.
It arrived very poor because it was Amazon USA this time, and it was
Okay.
really just put into this envelope thing, like with no box. So it was thrown around, but I must say, for the fact that it was not protected, it's still in quite good shape.
Yeah. Can we see the back too? Yeah, and I'm very familiar with that doll because that's from Sears. Sears put that doll out, and at the time, depending on the date, I was working at Sears and I got one. It's I think it's either that one or another one I think it's another one they had that was also celebrating an anniversary for Sears, but I think that's a different one.
There is a celebration one that's also very, very nice. I must say, in general, those Sears editions are very well done, and I find
Yes.
them quite appealing. Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked that one. I actually got that doll before I got the other one later because I really liked it. And I liked the fact that you could take that skirt part off. And it was almost like, isn't she supposed to be either an ice skater or something like that?
Exactly. It looks like an ice skater with a ball gown, but she can take it off, and then she has this short outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, it
But she
amazes.
comes, yeah,
uh Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no problem. She comes with this superstar jewelry that is has recently really the favorite of many collectors here in Europe. They make sure if they get a doll that it still has this jewelry. So there's a quite
Yeah.
a hype going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the thing is that I agree with you that Sears, or really Mattel through Sears or with Sears, really did a good job on those dolls. And I'm surprised they're not tending to go for more than they are on things like eBay. And usually you can get a pretty good deal on those dolls, and it surprises me, but I'm glad.
Yes, yes.
It's always,
Exactly. This one was also tax free because she was low in price, but it's a classic stunning doll. So I
yeah.
agree with you. There are others that go for horrendous prices, and I don't really see the difference, like in quality, or it's maybe just really.
Exactly. You said sometimes it's just like you don't understand why one is worth so much more than another, but it's just, I guess, about supply and demand. But anyway, it is exciting when you get a new one and same day. So,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Then I have another one, totally over the top.
Oh,
I dressed the Superstar, the movie Superstar one from 1988, 89, I believe, in a porcelain doll outfit. So this is a gown
yeah.
of one of those 90s porcelain editions.
Okay.
And one collector from Vienna actually just wanted the nude porcelain doll, and I just wanted the dress. So,
Well,
so
that
I
worked out.
sold the doll
Well,
to
good.
her.
Yeah. I think
Um,
that dress has a bit of an 80s vibe to it. Uh,
Totally.
Maybe
Yes.
a little
Yes.
90s flair as well, but yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love what are those on the shoulders? Is that just like her? Oh, okay. It's like I don't know what to call that. The outer part, like a flared out shoulder things.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's a tube. The dress is a tube, so it was quite a an effort to squeeze her into this because there is no zipper or there's nothing.
Yeah.
And obviously those metallic things, they are quite sharp actually also. They are
Oh,
hard
huh.
and you have to be a bit careful when you dress her.
That's, yeah,
And
I
this
like it.
doll, yeah. Yeah, this doll actually is one also of my first memories when I was visiting other children to play with, because this was like super popular here with the pink gown with those silver stars, and
Mm,
everybody had her. So that's a good memory. I got her then used from some flea market, whatever.
uh-huh.
I cleaned her up. So
No,
I don't even have the original outfit. I just have the new
oh, okay.
doll.
Well, I like her better than that, to be honest. Those earrings, where did the earrings come from?
They are original. They are the
Oh,
original
those are
ones.
her
Yes.
earrings?
Yes,
Oh, I
yes.
didn't remember them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't own that doll, so I'm not as familiar with that one. I do own the, I believe, the Ken from that, but not the Barbie,
Okay.
I believe. I might have the African American one, but yeah, it's an interesting set. And I was always surprised that they called it Superstar again because, the regular Superstar from the 70s, it was like, oh, what?
Exactly.
They should have had like a
Exactly.
slightly different name, maybe. But anyway, well, I love what you did with her.
Yeah, she takes up so much space though, because this dress is really a piece of art. It has
Yeah.
this underskirt and everything, and it's really well made. But
Yeah.
I don't know, how is it in the US? I think the porcelain dolls are affordable over there. Here they are quite expensive to get.
Yeah,
So
I think I don't know because I've never done anything with those, but seemed like when they first sold, they were a decent price.
yeah, yeah,
They weren't cheap.
yeah. They didn't hold up that well. Like they didn't explode like
Right.
some Mackie dolls or something like
Or
that.
Happy Family, it's like you never know what's going to take off. That's what's so
Yeah,
strange.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
What's
true. So let me
what's that structure next to you?
exactly. That is one of those tiny houses or rooms.
Okay.
Makes quite a noise.
That's
I
okay.
got it from a marketplace, and the woman was so sorry. She was saying, I'll give it to you cheap because it makes such a noise. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
But now that I listen, it's
No,
quite loud.
to me, it's kind of an interesting noise. It's like the opening of the chamber.
Exactly. It has
Uh,
a charm.
So,
So
do you know about when that's from?
I think it's the beginning of 90s, 93, 94, and there were different versions because I saw there were pink white color combinations, and also one that is only dark pink with pink.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, you can carry it like it's this bag in a way.
Okay, yeah. Boy, that's interesting look. It does. It looks kind of like a bag on the front.
Exactly. It's for children probably also to carry around.
Mhm.
And you can even pull down this middle area and you'll get a bed. Like you can basically experiment with it. And
So it's basically a bedroom. Is that what it is?
yes,
And
with a bathroom.
is that the like a makeup desk or something? Makeup table, bathroom. Oh, it's got a little bitty few steps too. That's cool. I like
Steps and a
it. Yeah.
bathtub, like this long thing, bathtub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. They did so many structures like that over the years. I think if somebody really had the room, that'd be interesting to see like a wide display of those, like maybe in a museum or some kind of exhibit. Yeah.
Especially since if there are many versions, to see them
Hmm.
all in one spot would be quite fun.
Yeah. Do you think
Um,
is that specific to Europe, or is it what's made here? I mean, not made here, but sold here in the U.S. as well, or?
You didn't come across it, I think. Yeah,
I don't
probably.
remember it, but that, I didn't do a lot with those kind of structures, so I'm not certainly aware. I'm not sure, but
Oh, it says even 98 on the bottom.
okay.
So it's not that old.
Okay.
I think I happened to see some of those clothes. They usually, if people pop up on Facebook for sale, there were those closed bags. So you just saw the ribbon and you
Uh,
were wondering what it is.
yeah,
Is it just a handle to hold? And I
right.
saw a few, but maybe not as many as here. That's true. There are many over here in Europe of
Oh, I
those.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find when it's something like that and and they're showing it closed. And it's
exactly.
interesting how it folds up into that thing, right? So that's really
Yeah, you
cool.
have to you have to lift all the parts up,
Uh,
basically like the stairs, and they
uh-huh.
fold inside.
Yep.
So it has to be empty. And also the woman selling it to me, she said she spent like half an hour trying to put it together. She didn't remember how to. So yeah, it was a bit of a puzzle to
Well,
try.
glad you figured it, that you and she figured it out. Okay. So
Okay,
what else would you like to show us?
let me take a look. Well, to that's another classic, but that's really a thrift
Oh,
find that
yes.
many know.
Yes,
The
now that
bathtub.
I have that one. That is a classic. And I think there's more than one version of that. Trying to think what they call that, the little spa or something about a spa, I think.
Hmm.
Um, or bubbling bath, I'm not sure. I don't remember if I have the box with, I don't think I still have the box. I'm not positive. But yeah, I love that. And it has a little faucet and, towel
Yeah,
usually.
there's this pumping mechanism that's
Oh yeah.
really, really cool. I mean, it's missing the back. Obviously, I promised to myself I would put up some graphics, but I didn't
Yeah.
come around to it yet. So,
Well,
and
you
that was basically $2
oh,
in a
that's
thrift
well
in
worth
a flea
$2.
market.
Yeah, I would
Flea
have gotten
market.
that. I would have gotten that for two, even $5. Yeah,
But that was
I think those are from the early 70s, if I remember, or I could be wrong on that, but sometime in the 70s maybe.
yes.
And they may have, sometimes things like that, they did several versions over a number of years, so you never know what year that specifically was from. And it probably has a date on it, but that would be the date of the mold or the
Hmm.
copyright date, but
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
necessarily the date it was released. But yeah, just like people think every doll that says 1966 is from 1966, but we know that that's not
Exactly.
the,
Those famous
yeah, body
famous
date.
misconceptions.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, well, then there was obviously this era that we all love. I don't remember. Was it the roses, the pink? What was it
Maybe the
called?
Sweet
The
Roses, Sweet
sweet
Roses
roses.
PJ. It
Yes.
was from Sweet Roses PJ. She had a lot of accessories and things sold with her or alongside her. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's
This
in good
furniture,
condition.
yeah, this furniture series was very, very nicely done. I
Mm.
mean, in the long run, maybe the pink was a bit annoying. Oops. But it's the Barbie, the typical Barbie style. So yeah.
Well, it went with the Sweet Roses theme, and it has the little molded roses on it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to set up those things because I have also this food. Wait, maybe I'll get it.
Okay, sure.
This one, the living room
Yeah.
part.
It's like a buffet or a hutch or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
With
there
the
was dishware, tableware inside initially. I think it was having the portrait of Ken and lots of tiny things, candles and such. And this is really from the time when I grew up. I remember people having it. So it must have been end of 80s, 90s, something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
But this
I
needs,
really like that. It's a large piece. I wonder what house they would show that in. Like, I wonder if it was like the A-frame house, or what house they would show it in.
I think many, from what I've seen, some collectors were posing it in the Magic Mansion even.
Oh,
I'm not sure if it wasn't for this, where there was the couches, like this 3-piece set of couches with the pillows that was also typical. I don't know if they just set it up right now for pictures, but it seems like it looked belonging to some rather mansion style, bigger structure. Because
okay.
yeah, the pieces themselves are big, like this
Yeah.
one, and the table is also not small.
Well,
So
exactly. Even the height would be a
yeah,
potential, because I can't tell exactly how tall that is, but I say it's at least 10 inches tall, probably.
well, I can tell you only in centimeters, but
Oh, okay. That's
um, well, if you put the doll next to it,
uh-huh. See, I'd
yeah,
say about 10
yeah,
inches.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't remember like what's the height of the ceilings in some of those houses, but the Magical Mansion, I think that was a lot more roomy, and maybe even on the height of the room. So yeah, cool.
And it's the holy grail for many. I don't know
Yeah,
how many were produced that it's so rare or that's so hard to get nowadays.
yeah, that's the only house I would still want, that one,
Mm,
if I
mm.
was to find it for a good price. But other than that, I'm good. I have what I need.
You need another room probably to set
Yeah,
it up also.
another extension on the house would have to happen. So, uh,
Okay, well then as an alternative, we can look at some self-made couch in that
oh, nice.
sense.
I love it. Boy,
It,
that is
it,
really nice. You did a good
it
job on
came out quite good. I was really convinced I have to do this. I bought some wooden pieces and glued them together, painted them, glued them. The base is basically a cardboard, but
it.
then covered with the
Yeah.
fabric, and it
Nice.
became quite a modern looking thing.
Yeah, to me it looks modern retro, like a little
Yeah,
retro style, but
the
modern.
70s a bit. Yeah,
Yeah, something like that, but I like it. Very good. I appreciate that, what you did there. I'm sure that took some time.
that was a weekend project. 2 days, I guess. I was sitting
Okay.
trying to.
And how do you make sure that those are in the scale for Barbie? You just like use the other things that are for Barbie, it's kind of like a for height and
This was a bit experimenting. I made sure, like I did the basic seat with the bottom,
mm,
and then with the legs, I just bent one Barbie next to it and made sure that it's not gonna be too high or too
sure.
too low. Yeah,
So
that
Barbie helped.
exactly. But with the made to move ones, it's become very easy. They are so bendable. It's not such a big problem anymore.
Sure.
They can, yeah. Um, well, actually, let me take a look. I'm looking because I recently I became fanatically in love with the Inspiring Women series,
Oh,
and of course they keep coming, and they've with Frida Kahlo, and from the beginning, like it was interesting, but somehow like recently I got so hooked, and I was maybe I will show from
yeah.
here.
I was gonna say you could turn the video or the computer. Oh yeah, it's getting higher and higher.
Yeah,
Who's
so
who's that blue-haired doll?
that's the Star Wars one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And I see Billie Jean King in there.
exactly.
And let's see.
It's the Eleanor Roosevelt, and
Oh
on the
yes,
top, even the Maya Angelou, which was so hard to find for quite a while. And
yeah.
then it just popped up at some random online store here, and I grabbed her as quickly as I could. That's really rare. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
did get that one. What are some of the others you don't have that you want from that series?
I would say at the moment, I managed to grab Frida when she was not yet hard to get, and I am waiting for for the third Billie Jean King to come, just simply because I come from a tennis family. So
Oh,
tennis doll is so special, and
sure.
I have her like never removed from the box. I have one unpacked, and now I have another one coming just because I just want to have another one. I don't know.
Do you want the Helen Keller one that just came out?
That one will be a miss probably because I had to weigh which dolls to get in the next time, and since the new I don't know if you saw those Look 2021 dolls
Yes. Oh,
are coming
everybody,
out. That was too
everybody wants
much.
those. Yeah. Yeah, they're really yeah, I definitely want some of those. I'm kind of picky, but I don't want all of them, but some of them. Definitely the two male ones, they're very well, they look very nice and they seem to be well done. And I think they're made to move, aren't they? All those dolls are going to be made
Yes,
to move.
yes, yeah, yeah.
I noticed you had one of the other Look dolls in the blue dress up there. Um, I forget, are those like movable bodies?
In the blue dress.
That that
Yeah, yeah. They had those pivot. I don't know, pivoting bodies.
mhm.
Like the joints are not as movable, but you can bend the legs and the arms. Yeah, there was the precursor to the made to move, basically.
Yeah, and I believe the new Look dolls you're talking about are sort of a continuation of those Look dolls. Is that, do you get that impression?
Exactly.
Okay.
With
Yeah,
the simple outfits, like yeah.
the one that you had in the blue dress and then the African American doll in the sort of gold, or not gold, it's like a copper dress. Those are two of my favorites in that series, but there's a lot of nice ones. Yeah, that one there with the blue sparkly, and then
Yeah.
the one I don't see the other one I'm talking about, but it's the from the same series, and she's got the long hair, and she's in the, I'm gonna call it coppery orange dress.
Oh, the black one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with long
yeah,
earrings.
yeah,
She's beautiful. So yeah, I
yeah.
think that's been some great dolls in that series. I did sell a couple of those a couple years ago that I wasn't as fond of, but I kept the ones I really like. And actually, I think the blue doll, the blue dress doll, I have two of, unless I sold one. So yeah, those are. I'm definitely looking forward to those. Now you had some dolls and things on the other side that you showed me earlier. Can you
Yeah.
show us those as well?
Let's try.
Uh,
Maybe.
okay, Hart family, I see. Um, oh yeah, some eight. Those are mostly 80s, and
Yeah,
some
this is
dolls of the world.
more exactly. And there are two rows, so I put the travel dolls in the front because they are so big.
Mm-hmm. Those are nice. They come with a lot of accessories and clothes.
Yes, yes.
I have the one in blue, I believe.
Yeah, the pink one was a coincidence that I found her, because then later on I realized how tough it is sometimes to get her. But yeah, I love those huge boxes. This sets, the setup with the additional items, with the accessories,
Yeah,
those were amazing times. Also because of the quality. I mean, nowadays they also make those huge sets, but it's, I don't know,
yeah.
it's not
Not quite
as,
the same, but I understand
yeah,
what you mean. Yeah, it's I mean, there's, I think the good thing is there's enough variety to please everybody somehow. And some people
yeah,
only want to
yeah,
collect older dolls now, and that's okay. I see, there's obviously I like a lot of older dolls, but I see newer dolls I like too, like the some of the fashionistas I like, and I'm just very choosy because I kind of, as you said, with space, I feel like we all have to choose what we like and not just grab everything that comes out just because everybody else wants it. Um,
yeah.
that's, if they have the space, let them, but that's something that we all have to decide. But yeah, by the way, who's that doll I'm seeing in the silver dress on the, like above that structure over there?
This one.
Yeah, I'm just curious who that is.
So this is initially the Golden Angel
Ah,
doll,
that
but
is,
I rebodied her on a more movable body. So she had this classic Barbie body from the 90s.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
So she's one of those angel kind of Christmassy Barbies. Is that right? Or at least I think that's
Yes, but it's a special edition. I'm not even sure if she isn't a gold label or at least pink label,
okay.
because she is one of those harder to get ones. And I bought her loose because in box she's already also reaching, I think, $70 or something. So,
Gosh.
and then I just, the slimmer legs and at least a bit of movement in the arms I needed for her just felt right in that
Yeah.
in that
But
case.
was she one of the ones that's head came off pretty easily, or was it a little bit of a challenge?
No, that was fine. I must say, with many of the busty older Barbies, it's not a big problem to remove the heads. It's more with the newer ones, or
Mhm.
sometimes with the ones that have this glue inside, which then melts together, like combines. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tell you, some of the newer ones are so hard to get off, and it takes a while because they put that long prong thing in
Yeah.
there, and I guess that's so that little kids don't take the head off, but boy, that's a pain. So I always snip them when I do get them off. I snip the top, get
Hmm.
that prong off there, so it's much easier to
Hmm.
take on and off if you want. But I don't do that often because I don't swap heads that often, but there's been a few. Usually, I mean, two of them I can think of. It was because their neck broke on their original body. So, I mean, I'll never forget when my Mrs. Hart African American doll's neck broke,
Oh,
and so I found another body for her eventually. But
but
yeah,
lucky you, because this skin tone, it's not that easy to
yeah,
find.
right.
Yeah.
And it might not be exact, but it's pretty close. I can't remember which one I ended up using because I changed her twice now, I think, because I had like a temporary body I put her on, and that was actually one of the first made to move, the African American with the little bun on top. I used
Hmm.
her body first.
Ah, okay. But
Um,
now I'm curious. I want to know which girls from the new look series you're gonna get.
well, I'd like to get the blonde, and as you know, I don't get the blondes as much, but I like that blonde. And I think the other two I'll have to see in person. The other thing I like about that blonde is she's a tall, is what I'm hearing.
Mhm.
So I think she's different. Those dolls are, sort of remind me of non-Barbie dolls, like some of the other, maybe some Integrity dolls or
Yeah.
something. They don't remind me of Barbie as much, and that's fine. It's just like a variety. If you remember when the Barbie Basics came out with the blue jeans collection, and in this case, I'm mostly talking about the Ken dolls. There were those three,
Hmm.
African
Yeah.
American, the brunette, and the blonde. I got all of those three Ken dolls because they were very different. They didn't look like your average Ken. And of course, two of them had rooted hair. The other one had,
Yeah.
forget what they call that, it's flocked hair.
Lock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flocked
Lock.
hair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got all of those, and I think they're such cool dolls. And that's kind of what these dolls you're talking about remind me of from this new series. What I'm wondering is how easy it's going to be to get them or not, because I'll tell you this, I ordered two fashionistas back in March that were supposed to come out May 1st here in the US on Amazon. Still don't have them. Still, they
Yeah.
can't get them. So I'm thinking if they're having that much trouble getting fashionistas, and these are going like hotcakes, I mean, they'll put them available. And what gets me is if they say available and a bunch of people order them, that doesn't mean you're going to get them anytime
Yeah.
soon. I think
Yeah.
eventually they'll get them, but it's like these two fashionistas. I don't know what's going on, but every time I look these days, I only see older fashionistas that have been out a while, not anything new, like not anything from the newest series. So I just think there's a bit of delay, and maybe due to COVID, with some of these shipments, because I've never had that happen on Amazon to me.
Okay. Yeah. In general, maybe the distribution tactics are a bit weird, because I really see then randomly some things like with the Maya Angelou. She was nowhere to be found. And then one tiny, really online with electronic devices shop from the Czech Republic had it. So sometimes I wonder, this Mattel distribution channel, how does it work that
Yeah,
Amazon cannot get those things?
I know.
And they are so huge, and they probably have some contracts. So it's, to me, it's a mystery how those things
Yeah.
work.
And I also think about, where the dolls are coming from originally. Is that where the delay is potentially? Which, of
Hmm.
course, most of them are made in China these days.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's very strange because, like I said, that's never happened. So I'm certainly going to try to get at least the two. I'm going to call them Ken dolls, for lack of another word, and that one blonde, and then we'll see about the other two. And
Okay.
I'm glad the price is lower than what the extra dolls were, which I didn't get any of those yet, and even the BMR dolls originally were $29.99 here, and those are coming up on Amazon. The new ones, I mean, $19.99 for the.
19, yeah, that's exactly. And for us European collector, even better, because then you still can fit them into some amount that is doable, you know. As
Right.
soon as it goes to the $30, ironically, then the shipping already gets higher, and then you have to add tax. So then you reach at some point 50
Mhm.
for wanting to spend 25, and you end up paying 50. So
Yeah.
the everything below 20 is good. You can,
Right.
it's
So then, how much for those $20 in US dollars? How much would that be for you?
I pre-ordered them, like a few of them, and it ended up being in total, I think, $30, because
Oh,
then $10 they do for shipment, which is already a good price.
mm-hmm.
And it's tax free, so
Mm-hmm.
it
So
stays.
which ones did you get of those?
I pre-ordered the black girl, the curvy girl, even though I'm a bit scared always with those afros because they shed the hair, and I don't really like that. But she has a cute face. I hope it looks anything like in the picture.
Yeah.
And the blonde also, I like the blonde. Initially, I thought her face would be more of this Carl face, like the
Mhm.
um, that it would be maybe more in this direction
Oh,
from the promo pictures. So I wasn't sure, but still, I'm curious. I'm looking forward to her. The black guy is always sold out, so I didn't manage. But one of the cans at least should be,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, now that you mentioned the African American one, you said she's curvy.
Yes.
Okay, I was forgetting about her. I'll have to. I think some of those other three. So I guess there's four females and two males then, and I think
Yeah.
other than the blonde one, I'd kind of like to see them all in a video or in person, because you know how the prototype dolls or the
Yeah.
pictures,
Yeah.
you just have to. Yeah, I'd have to see them in person. Really, it'd be good to see all of them. When people start getting them, believe me, there will be videos coming out, and we'll be able to see what they look like, because that's so much better than a picture to make your final decision. So yeah.
Yeah, the petite has a cute face. It's just that those tiny bodies, it's I have a problem. I thought I would like them. I have the BMR, the black, the tiny girl with the violet hair,
Hmm.
and with the Claudette face. And I wanted to have one Claudette face finally because I didn't have it yet. And somehow she's cute, but it doesn't fit into the rest of the collection. When I put her next to other dolls, she just
Right.
falls out of line, and it's a bit of weird.
Yeah, I didn't get the only one I got from that second one, I believe, is the redhead guy. Yeah, that's the only one I got. So I have five of the original series and him. So that's my six. So that way I have three guys and three girls, I believe, in that set, but from the two different versions. I was surprised they ended that so quickly, like after just two sets, but maybe because they knew they were doing the extra dolls and now these. So that's a lot to maintain. And people get kind of scattered on what they're collecting. So well, is there anything else you would like to share with us today, or?
I think it's been a lot. I just realized I have so much stuff lying around. It's a bit chaos. Maybe we can say goodbye um, with those two.
Okay, sure.
So
Okay, Elizabeth Taylor.
exactly. And this was a fashionista. She's rebodied on a made to move body.
Uh-huh.
She was from the set. She came with a hat and more hipster clothing. And I loved the fact that she has this really light blonde hair
Yeah. Huh.
and wait. So,
Did
and
she
the
have the?
clothes,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, sorry, the closed mouth.
Yeah. Now, did she come with the glasses, or you added them?
No, that's Harry Potter glasses.
Oh, okay. Now I recognize the outfit. It's from 1983's Happy
Yes,
Birthday Barbie, I believe,
it is.
if I'm correct. I really
Yeah.
like that. It's a cute outfit. And like I said, I mean, I don't honestly mind pink outfits. It just depends on the outfit. But that I always thought was cute and kind of just like a fun dress.
It's a classic. I cannot stand polka dots, and this is probably the only dress where I find it okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, she looks cute in it, and I think the glasses really are a fun addition. And what do you have in her hair? Is that a rose? I mean, a flower?
That was from a wedding Barbie. Yes, it's a
Okay.
rose.
It looks
Yes.
nice. I mean, I think it looks really good all together. I think she's ready to go out for a party or something. So, and she can go with Elizabeth Taylor. So that never hurts. I love that dress on the Elizabeth Taylor doll, by the way. I have that one. That's the only one I have of her.
The dress is amazing.
Yeah, and I
This
believe it's, was from, I don't know what that was from, a movie or something. I can't remember, but
probably, yeah.
they usually do a pretty good version of those. And it's another one where there's a lot of fabric and it's nice and full. But I don't mind ones like that. Sometimes they make, especially in the holiday Barbies, the dress is out to here at the bottom and it just looks a little ridiculous. That
Mm.
looked appropriate because it's not so overblown and it's meant to be in that style. So, and I like the kind of ruffled effect on the side and on the bottom. It's just classic looking to me, and I love the bodice part and the necklace. Can you bring her in? Yeah, I have to check and see if mine has that necklace. Because I got her out of the box when I bought her, but that's beautiful, and I think it's a really
But
good
like you said,
likeness.
yeah, like you said, I think it must be some reproduction of probably a real outfit because the necklace is very specific. So they would have probably modeled this after some
Yeah,
real.
it might be from the movie Father of the Bride. For some reason, that's in the back of my mind, but I'm not sure. So, well, wonderful. I'm so glad we had this time to come back together. And I know we've gone back and forth on times and days, and we finally got a chance. So I'm really glad. And I'm so happy that you were able to share more of your collection with us. You're certainly doing well on your collecting, and it seems like maybe the COVID issue has died down a bit as far as collecting and being able to get it now. Like I said, it might be delaying some of the dolls in China or somewhere, but thank you again for sharing with us. Is there
Thank
anything,
you so
last
much.
words? Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure, no matter how stressful the week is. But then when I think looking forward to be able to talk with you about Barbie, that's
Oh, thank
always a
you.
good
I feel
good.
the same way, and I'm lucky to have this week off, so I'm so glad we got to talk and share, and we will share this with our viewers as well. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching today, and thank you again, Dorota, and we will be talking to you. So take care, and I'll see you next time, everybody.